Do you need a listing agent, or can you sell your house for sale by owner? That's a question I get asked at every single listing appointment I go to, including the one I just left. Hi, I'm Jessica Weeks from Realty Atlanta, and I am going to tell you why you need a listing agent. Number one, we can bring more buyers to your property with our MLS exposure and listing your property on our MLS. In fact, most of us are members of multiple MLS organizations, and so your property gets tons more exposure than just the standard online sites that you might be used to. Secondly, we know how to market your property strategically and have a price point that will attract the right buyer that's looking for exactly what you have. We also are marketing specialists and know how to do more than just put your property on MLS. But the biggest reason, and the story that I tell people the most at listing appointments, is actually when an attorney, a litigator, hired me to list his home that he had already listed for sale by owner. We got it under contract and negotiated successfully through due diligence for repairs. At the end of that process, the closing attorney responded back that they had done a complete and full title examination and found a hold harmless clause that had been attached to the title. Now, this didn't come up when the attorney purchased his house. He purchased it without a realtor, and so he was not advised to get a full title search that goes back multiple years. He actually was given a limited title search that just went back the last owner. And before that, someone had tried to put a driveway with a carport on what was an existing sewer line owned partly by the city and another water line owned by a local college nearby. And the only way they were able to get those permits approved is by signing a hold harmless clause. And that said that if anything happened to these water lines or these sewer lines that were under his driveway and under his carport, that any damage done to his structure, they would hold them harmless from that, which actually decreases your title by about 15 to 20%. Seeing that, I was able to go back to the buying agent and negotiate with them for something that they had wanted that I had made note of, and they ended up not losing a single penny for it. So please, that is one example of how things could possibly go wrong when you represent yourself. I have countless stories of more I can tell you. Don't be one of those. Give me a call. Let's schedule a little chat and let me tell you what your home is worth if you're considering listing it, and we'll talk about what value I can bring to your property too.